from the land of the rising. Nope, I'm not doing this again. Last time on Minecraft Ninja Warrior, 20 competitors tested their parkour abilities against the brutal 4-stage course. Though all of them tried their best, only 5 could complete the fast-paced first stage and only 1 could complete the high-intensity second stage. The last man standing put up a good fight on the challenging third stage, but they tragically fell just short. Now, 24 competitors, both old and new, are here on a quest to climb Mount Shockbite? Yeah, that works. And claim total victory. Coming up, we've got fan favorites, top competitors, MCC Island sweats, Bedrock players, and more. Welcome to the second tournament of Minecraft Ninja Warrior. Kicking things off for the season is Rohan, the owner of the MCC Island tournament server, Battle Champs. Its Clutch 9 is also on the sidelines, who will be competing later. Now that we're into Minecraft Ninja Warrior's second season, the course has been changed, and while there aren't many new obstacles, many have been adjusted. The Rainbow Road's layout has been changed up a bit, some of the bars are a bit different. It's onto the beehive, which has been nerfed. He's gonna go for it. No, he pauses, backing up, trying to get the right jump for the transition. He's using up a lot of time. Speaking of time, the time limit's been lowered by 5 seconds. Gets the slide, lands on the hive. Going into the jumping spider, the spider walk has been made harder. It's easier to slip through now, but it's not a problem for Rohan. 75 seconds remaining. Tire run sets of ropes now only have 2 ropes each, which makes them a bit quicker. Onto the big tire jump. A few people fell here last time, but he holds on. Just needs the dismount. He's made it through tire run. He's only got 55 seconds remaining. May need to pick up the pace because this back half is tough. He'll need all the time he can get. Now the diving boards. Rohan's gotta book it. He's gotta go right now. Ooh, couldn't land on the second board, but it's a great first run for the newcomer. The next competitor is Firetouch. He wasn't able to participate in Minecraft Ninja Warrior 1 due to exams, but he's ready to go all out for the second season. Firetouch may have spent the last few months studying for school, but he's also studying to become a movie producer. He's already got a film in the works, Oriukas vs. the World, a production about MCC Island legend Oriukas, who tore his ACL before the competition. He's made quick work of the first 2 obstacles. Let's see how he handles the beehive. A solid slide, not an issue for him. Just needs to get out of there. Onto the jumping spider, hesitating before jumping, but he still sticks the jump. Oh, but he slips off the walls. He couldn't position himself properly and fell right through. Our third newcomer in a row for the season is NorWiigian. Unlike the previous 2 competitors, NorWiigian has a bit of experience when it comes to Ninja Warrior competitions. Recently he made it to the finals in Crafts-Decay, a Bedrock event, so he's a pretty solid Bedrock player, but Java mechanics are a lot different. Needs some speed for the Rainbow Road, readjusting on the green bar, and he's been careful through the last few bars. That's a nice way to complete the obstacle. I've been told Honey is entirely different over in Bedrock, so the beehive might be a bit of a challenge for him. Taking a lot of time to line this up. Oh, that's a really high slide. Not gonna lie, I was expecting something anticlimactic, but thank you NorWiigian for exceeding my expectations. Now the jumping spider. He gets the jump, and he doesn't fall through the walls. He will have to pick up the pace though. Only 4 obstacles down with 65 seconds left is quite concerning. Oh, he's going back. Dude, you're on a time crunch, you can't be doing that. But he falls on the tire run anyway. A bit of a sad exit, but it was a valiant attempt. The fourth to take on stage 1 will be Hyphr. Last season, Hyphr made an impact by easily beating the beehive with a different technique, but he fell on the jumping spider, being the only one to do so. His first two obstacles pose no issues for him, and neither should this third obstacle. Goes from the back. Perfect execution. He steamrolled those obstacles last season, now he needs a big jump into the jumping spider. He's lining it up. Got it! And he doesn't fall through. He's never faced any of these upcoming obstacles. Let's see if Hyphr can find a way to solve them. He's being cautious through the mini tires, but it works. Now he needs to perfectly align himself from the big tire jump, or going from the bottom. Not a good idea, but he grabs the rope. We haven't seen anyone jump from the lowest part of the tire in 2 seasons. Hyphr's coming up with all kinds of ways to beat these obstacles. Less than a minute remaining, he might need to hustle. Oh! What? He walked off? Let's see that again. The boards were lowering, but Hyphr kept running? I don't understand what he was trying to do. I'm so confused. Making their way to the starting line now is another returnee, Deadvid. Between seasons, he's gone from a Snivy fan to a YouTuber. Wow, what a prestigious title. Last time on the course, he failed the Rainbow Road. I think he slipped on the first few bars, but he doesn't seem to have a problem with it this time. He's gone all the way without stopping. On the Beehive, I'm actually surprised nobody has failed this obstacle yet. Oh, that's not the best slide. Never mind, he's fine. I'm very glad I didn't jinx him there. How will Deadvid handle the jumping spider? Big leap, but not far enough. Another one bites the dust on the jumping spider. Next up, we have LastFire, who doesn't play Minecraft a lot. His friends Lyxite and Prythium are on the sidelines cheering him on, and he only has one goal: to get past the first obstacle. Here he goes. On the first step, now the second, now the third. Consistent jumps so far. Now for the rope grab where he fell. He hangs on. He's got it. LastFire has completed the quintuple steps. He falls on the Rainbow Road, but who cares? He's made it past the first obstacle. Congratulations. It's just returnee after returnee at this point. Next to take on the course is Leonardo. This dude calls himself the worst parkourer ever, but he's in the top 10 for Parkour Survivor wins on MCC Island. But then again, he fell the Beehive in Season 1, so is he good? I can't tell. Maybe he can get redemption on this obstacle. That's not high enough, is it? And Leonardo fails the Beehive again. Bruh. We've got another newcomer to the event. This is Flippings. Flippings was invited to the event by Bitslap, who competed on Minecraft Ninja Warrior 1. He's currently mentored by him and has undergone rigorous training to ensure he can complete the course. And one of the obstacles he's practiced the most is the Beehive, which Bitslap fell on. But Flippings just sends it and he easily completes the honey slide. Gotta stick the jumping spider. Nice! This rookie has rocketed through the first 4 obstacles, and I don't think he intends on slowing down. Now for the tire run. 1, 2, 3, 4 mini tires down. He's approaching the big tire. Very easy to undershoot this transition, but he's almost overshot that with a high grab. Unprecedented pace from this newcomer. Oh, I don't think he just wants the stage 1 buzzer. I think Flippings is going for an unbeatable clear time. The diving boards have been deadly this season, but he's got perfect timing. He's going to be the first one through. He has to face the gap splitter. Jumping around these gaps is no easy feat, but Flippings makes it look easy. And the new penultimate obstacle is the fly hooks, who have to leap and grab onto these bars, but the blue bars spin. One more bar. No! What? On the final bar! He couldn't hold on. When Flippings jumped to the second bar, he timed it so that he avoided the rotating segment, but he mistimed the jump to the 4th, causing him to peel right off. And now we've got a competitor with a long history of ninja competitions, Swerve. His buddies Camm and KoriSneako will be eagerly cheering him on. After a short retirement, he came back into the Minecraft ninja scene, starting with Crafts UK, and made it to the national finals. He hasn't trained much recently, but no matter what happens, he wants to push himself to make it as far as he can in the future. Swerve is certainly one of the fastest competitors around, and he's blitzed through the first 3 obstacles. Got tripped up by the tire run last time, he sticks the jumping spider. Brilliant pace so far, but this is the obstacle he's been worried about, and it was on the mini tires specifically where he fell. And he easily clears those this time, but he can't lose his grip on any of these ropes. You can fall anywhere on this obstacle, that includes the big tire jump, but he nails it. Under 70 seconds heading into the back half, shoots straight up the warped wall, and these last few obstacles is hopefully where his speed will come in handy. You need to be so quick for the diving boards. He's through! He's done the gap splitter before. No! He rushed! Swerve might have thought he had less time, and that cost him. Heartbreaking fail. Taking on the course now is a pretty big name in the MCC Island community, Lyxite. He's a pretty cracked Australian player, and he's got some of his Aussie friends on the sidelines supporting him. Lyxite is one of the event's testers, tested Minecraft Ninja Warrior's first course and couldn't compete as a result, but he was eligible to compete this time since he hasn't tested this updated course. There's a lot of obstacles here on stage 1 he shouldn't have any trouble with, but that doesn't make him invincible. The course doesn't care who you are, anyone can fall anywhere, including the beehive, but he makes it across. Now the jumping spider, only took out Fire Touch so far, got it! Lyxite actually manages his own event, Smiley Showdown, featuring custom event games made completely from scratch, and it's been in development for over a year now. He's a methodical player and creator, so let's see how he handles Tire Run. He's making his way through nicely. Sprint straight across the large tire, that's the way to do it. Over a minute approaching the warped wall, looking like he could be the first clear of the season. But these back half obstacles can get your heart racing. You're so close to the end, you don't want to battle all this way only to fall. He's through the diving boards. Now Lyxite needs to make the Neos on the gap splitter. Oh! He tried to line it up, but he walked too far and slipped straight off. That marks the end of Lyxite's debut run. Our next runner is another newcomer to the competition, Prythium. She claims to be rusty, no practice or anything before the competition. Let's see how she does. Like Lyxite, she tested Minecraft Ninja Warrior's first course, played a huge part in balancing and map design, but she also hasn't tested this updated course. And we just saw from Lyxite that testers can fall anywhere. Even if you're a top competitor, that doesn't mean you're going to finish the course. Having said that, she's cruised through the first 3 obstacles, going straight into the jumping spider. That obstacle's taking out quite a few competitors, but Prythium's not having any troubles. Into the tire run, not showing any signs of slowing down. Past the mini tires, now into the first set of ropes. This big tire jump is tricky, but she makes it through. And she's had by far the fastest pace out of everyone who's ran, except for maybe Flippings. Speed is essential for these last few obstacles, but there's a level of precision that needs to be met. Through the diving boards, the gap splitter has been the separator. It's ended some great competitors' runs so far. Around the first gap, around the second, and barely clings onto the bar. She's got 50 seconds left, should be enough time to complete the final 2 obstacles. It's gonna come down to whether or not she can beat the fly hooks, and she almost slips off the 3rd bar. Great recovery. Needs to leap to the 4th. She's got it. Into the spider trap with plenty of time. A very close call there for Prythium. Just having a bit of trouble scaling it. Onto the 2nd layer now. And up to the 3rd. She clears. Prythium with the first clear of Minecraft Ninja Warrior 2. A dominant performance all around for the newcomer. Now running is Skywarrior, another veteran competitor who couldn't make it past stage 1 last time. Once again, KomaSwirls is on the sidelines for his run, but this season he'll be running stage 1 after him. Skywarrior was frustrated with the fall on the beehive last time. He's looking to get past the obstacle and become one of the competitors advancing to stage 2. Past the quintuple steps, he's flying through the rainbow road. His speed matches the top runners, but his precision, we'll have to see. Low grab on the honey slide, but he makes it across. He's got his redemption, and now he's got his sights on that buzzer. Into the jumping spider now. What? He completely missed the trampoline, and he's gone. I don't blame him. Another run ending in devastation for Sky. Okay, that was a little disappointing. After that run will be another newcomer, Sbarky. Sbarky is a top MCC Island player, taking first individually in a multitude of tournaments. I'm pretty sure he's also like a 100 star on the ultra hardcore server Hoplite, which is pretty insane. This dude has too much free time. With how much Sbarky plays the video game, hopefully he can get far. Oh no. That's rough, buddy. The 14th to take on the first stage is EmperorEllz, the GOAT. Is he really the GOAT though? Let's see if he can live up to that bold claim. In Minecraft Ninja Warrior 1, Elz came out of nowhere to become the first finisher of stage 1. Like, I know the majority of competitors before they compete. I had no idea who this man was, but they cooked, and I'm so glad they did. They failed the kart surf on stage 2, but that obstacle was unreasonably difficult for a competition. Already through the first 3 obstacles, makes it into the jumping spider on a fantastic pace after 4 obstacles. Elz didn't have the quickest stage 1 clear time last season, but his speed on stage 2 was crazy. He got through 4 obstacles in under like 50 seconds, and I don't think anyone realized that that's a ridiculous pace. Speaking of ridiculous pace, he's approaching the warped wall with more than 70 seconds remaining. He's been gliding through this first half. Oh, he's jumping straight onto the diving boards. That's risky, but he outruns the board drops. Holy, Elz has been zooming through the course. Chill out, dude, it's just the first stage. The fly hooks can eat up a lot of time. He nearly slips off immediately. Too close for comfort. He just did it again. I have no idea how he's managed to hang onto the bars both times. One more jump for him. Into the spider trap with more than half a minute. Elz will have to ascend quickly if he wants to beat Prythium's time. You know what? Maybe he is the GOAT after all. EmperorEllz has finessed stage 1. Damn, what a run. Here's to hoping he can get through stage 2. Now stepping up to the course is ItchClutch9. He's wearing a skin made by Psychons, who made it for him for this event. Last season, he fell on the beehive after missing the honey slide. He's hoping to not make that same mistake again. Already through the steps, he shouldn't have any trouble with this next obstacle, the rainbow road. Stops on that 3rd bar. Risky strategy, but it works out. Now for where he fell, Season 1's Ninja Killer. A much higher slide, and he lands it! He's basically completed the obstacle. What just happened? I turned away, and he's in the water. Seriously, what happened? Okay, so he got the honey slide, tries to go around the 2nd hive, and slips off? Dude, Clutch, this is worse than your first fail. You've like anti-redeemed yourself. Last season, he was the first to run stage 1. This season, he's running much later. It's Copey. Copey was almost unable to compete in this season due to a hand injury he sustained from karate, but he didn't want to back out. He told me he practiced parkour a lot before the event and didn't want to see his efforts go to waste. Approaching the beehive, last time he didn't have a problem with this obstacle. Low slide, will it be enough? Barely lands on the 2nd hive. A bit of a scare there, but he'll go onto the jumping spider. He sticks the jump. Back in Season 1 he failed tire run, missing the transition from the big tire to the ropes. From what I've heard, Copey has been mainly practicing his precision to ensure he can consistently land some of these harder jumps. He could be a menace on stage 3 if he gets there. This is it, big leap, and he denies a repeat of last time, grabbing that rope from high up. Over a minute going into the back half of the course, don't slow down now. A steady pace so far, but he's missed the cycle. Unlucky, it will take some time for the diving boards to rise again, and those wasted seconds could be the difference between him and a buzzer. He makes it across just in the nick of time. Now's the gap splitter, that's one gap down. That's the other gap down. Only 2 obstacles remaining, and the fly hooks is very chokeable, especially if you're low on time. But this is where his improved precision could shine. All things are looking smooth so far, already at the final bar. And Copey's made up so much time. Great efficiency on the fly hooks, but he'll still need to move quickly up the spider trap. Up to the second layer, getting stuck there. Uh-oh. 10 seconds left. Don't fall now. He clears, overcoming a hand injury and saving his run by being fast at the end. Well done, Copey. We'll see him on stage 2. Here's someone with a lot of experience when it comes to these competitions, Bowlingminer. When it comes to Bedrock Ninja Warrior competitions, Bowling is pretty good, and he's also a big fan of Ninja Warrior outside of Minecraft. Last time he competed here, he failed the Rainbow Road, but he told me he's improved his parkour skills since then. He's at the descending part, he doesn't slip off the bars this time. How will he tackle the beehive? We've seen some rather shocking fails here, and his slide's good enough to get him across. But Bowling doesn't have the best history with the jumping spider. On Craftscape he failed it. Can he get through? He can! History does not repeat itself. Bowling, if you're watching this, I am so sorry for knocking you out of the top 12 in that competition. Anyway, he's quickly past the mini tires, now onto the first ropes. Straight over the big tire, don't slip off now. Bowling's made it to the warped wall. He only needs 1 attempt for it. A minute left for the back half, should be enough, but he can't afford to go slow. The diving boards are raised, gotta go fast. Oh, he's being cautious, but he slips at the end. That's a tough way to fall, but it's a vast improvement in results for Bowlingminer. Jackistrash is one of the best competitors on Bedrock Ninja Warrior competitions, but his first time on a Java event didn't go as planned. Let's see if he can get some redemption. Between these 2 Minecraft Ninja Warrior seasons, Jack has hosted his own event, KoriSneako. It's pretty mid, don't worry about it. Shouldn't have any problems with these first 2 obstacles. He ended up falling on the beehive in his first season. We'll see if he can get some vengeance on it. Goes from the back of the hide this time, and the new technique works out. But now he's venturing into unknown territory, at least for him. His new quest starts with a jumping spider. Not enough distance! A disappointing fall for Jackistrash. And next up is KoriSneako, the Star Challenge host who hasn't uploaded his own competition in over 10 months, yet he still thinks his course is the best and may have a massive ego about it. The overall format of Minecraft Ninja Warrior was taken from Star Challenge, and it's a pretty well-made competition. I recommend checking it out. No problems with the steps, of course. Last season he failed but nearly completed the tire run, made it to the big tire jump before falling. With the obstacles before that being a bit easier now, shouldn't have any problems getting back to it. He's flown through the first 3 obstacles on a great pace and a smooth jump into the jumping spider. 4 obstacles down in 30 seconds, if he keeps his pace up, he should have a shot at beating stage 1. He's back on the tire run, completes the mini tires easily, just has to get through these ropes. But he won't even get through the first set of ropes! Another unfortunate exit for Mr. Sneako. And running now is a fan favorite of the competition. He made it to stage 2 last time. It's KomaSwirls. Let's see if he can complete the course once again. In the previous season, he completed this stage with over 20 seconds remaining. It was one of the smoothest runs of the season, but he ended up failing the final transition of the kart surfer on stage 2. He should not have any trouble with these first few obstacles. Now the beehive, right into the slide, great form. This is the obstacle that took out his pal Skywarrior, the jumping spider, and he's nailed it. So on a very fast pace, he could be aiming to beat EmperorEllz' time. Into the tire run, past the mini tires, not stopping at all. Let's hope he doesn't get tangled up in these ropes. And he catches the second ropes, just needs the dismount. He's out of there. So smooth so far from KomaSwirls, but this back half has been brutal since more competitors are reaching it, especially the 9th obstacle, the fly hooks, which he hasn't faced. Into the gap splitter. Leaps around one gap. And he leaps around the other. How will he deal with this tricky new obstacle? The rotating blue bars have caught many competitors by surprise. Jumps onto that third bar. He's using the water on the bars as a safety net. It's making his trip through the fly hooks a lot easier. Clever technique, and he beats the fly hooks. If he goes fast on the spider trap, he could beat Elz's fastest time. Oh, but he's tripped up on the second layer. He won't quite beat the time, but he still clears. Another effortless run from KomaSwirls. He'll get a rematch on stage 2. Well, now Koma can head to the sidelines and cheer on another Australian buddy, SourishCandle. But he's not the only one. He's got a decent sized cheer squad and they're sure to erupt if he can clear. He's one of the best hole-in-the-wall players, has made it to the finals in several Minecraft tournaments, tests for smaller events, plays multiple sports, and even does theatre. This rookie's impressive. First time competing, hopefully he's not too nervous. Getting momentum from the back, and he gets a perfect slide. A lot of competitors have been using that technique this season. It's been very effective. See if he can get a good leap here. Got it! He's made light work of these first few obstacles, but the tire run has caused a lot of slip-ups in the past. First these mini tires, 1, 2, 3, onto the 4th. Now the first set of ropes. Pausing on the big tire, needs to line this leap up perfectly, and he gets a high grab. Sour's moving onto the warped wall, shouldn't be an issue for him. Up he goes. Now how will the movement 1 trick tackle the diving boards? Gotta move. He's made it through. The gap split has been surprisingly tough, but he's going through it very quickly, and the Neos are no problem for him. 2 obstacles left, but it's so easy to fall on the new fly hooks. The rotating bars force competitors to take their time and think carefully, but that can be difficult under pressure. Oh, Sour's not feeling the pressure though. He's been so patient on this obstacle. Flawless routing from the newcomer. Can't afford to stall here on the spider trap, but even so, oh, he nearly falls off. Wow, close call. He landed on the edge of that first trapdoor layer, pixels away from plummeting into the water. But he recovers and becomes the 4th finisher of the first stage. Very solid run from SourishCandle. We'll see him on stage 2. Coming up for those exceptional runs, we've got another strong competitor, Kubo. She's got a big crowd on the sidelines, the largest we've seen this season, and everyone's wanting her to hit a buzzer. Kubo's recently become one of the most dominant MCC Island tournament players, and she excels in every game the server has to offer. Though she may be able to win a game of Parkour Warrior with ease, that doesn't mean she's guaranteed to dominate here. Minecraft Ninja Warrior's obstacles are a stark contrast to anything she's likely done before, so she needs to be able to adapt quickly, and so far, it seems like she's done so. Moving into the jumping spider, big leap! Kubo sticks the jump. She's looked dialed in so far, but on this course, anything can happen. especially on the tire run. First comes the mini tires, and now the ropes. This big tire jump right here is tricky. Ooh, low grab, but she manages to hang on. A bit of a scare there, but now she's onto the back half where the harder obstacles are. Gonna need some good balance for the diving boards. It's taken out so many this season. Going very quickly here, but the obstacle doesn't phase Kubo. Onto the gap splitter, Neo should come naturally to her. Perfect form there, 2 more obstacles. Now the fly hooks, watch out for these rotating bars. Oh! She tried jumping straight onto the bars instead of using the water, and she looks devastated. Unfortunate exit for Kubo, so close to the end of stage 1. Taking their place on the starting line is Good Morning Camm, a regular when it comes to parkour competitions, and he always knows how to make an entrance. Well, in this community, Camm is certainly one of the fastest competitors around. Last season, he crushed stage 1, setting the speed record by clearing with 25 seconds left. And so far, nobody's beaten that time. He's trained on a lot of these obstacles before, including the beehive. No problems with that. He's gonna go right into the jumping spider. Just needs to speed through the spider walk, and he's already completed 4 obstacles in under 30 seconds. Ooh, being a little more careful on the tire run. This obstacle took out KoriSneako, who's on the sidelines. Camm can't make the same mistake. And he grabs the rope. Now he needs to dismount. Bit of a slow dismount there, but it shouldn't matter. He's got so much time remaining. Camm could be looking to break his own record. But balance is key on the diving boards. Cautious approach. And it works out. Oh, he's definitely taking a shot at that record. Oh no! He completely rushed the gap splitter, just like Swerve before him. Camm's season comes to an early end. So the final competitor to take on stage 1 is Adri, the sole survivor of stage 2 last season. Made it all the way to the 7th obstacle on stage 3 before falling. Can he return to the course which bested him? Let's find out. Last season, he had 0 troubles on this course, completing it with over 18 seconds left. The competitive field has improved from last season though, meaning we could be seeing multiple people on stage 3, but Adri's certainly the most likely to be one of them. And even so, on that stage, he completed some of the toughest obstacles seen in any competition. But no matter how skilled you may be, or how much experience you have, anything can happen on the course. Going into the tire run, even if you're a top competitor, you have to be so careful on this obstacle. The smallest mistake can send anyone tumbling into the water. But I don't think he'll make a mistake. He's so focused on hitting another buzzer. Going up to the warped wall, and right now, it's not a question of if Adri will clear, the question is, how fast can he go? Effortlessly across the diving boards, he cannot mess up these Neos on the gap splitter. And he doesn't. How efficient can he be on the fly hooks? If he goes fast enough, he's got a shot at the fastest time set by Ells. Good recovery on that 3rd bar. 2 more jumps. Just 1 more. Ooh! He caught himself just in time. What a great save. Adri has to move quickly to get the fastest time. He's up onto the 2nd layer. Oh, what was that? He just fell to the bottom. It looks like he jumped off. Well, he won't be able to get the fastest time, and that's a very messy ending to the run, but Adri will still clear with just under 12 seconds. Honestly, it was pretty expected, but we'll see him run stage 2 once again. Hey, Wizzy here. Thanks for making it this far. Just a quick reminder that signups for Minecraft Ninja Warrior 3 are now open. If you want to enter the competition, join the Discord server for more info. Leading us off on stage 2 is SourishCandle, Movement 1 Trick and Hypixel Skyblock victim. And what a competitor to start with. He's got a cheer squad, and one of the people on the sidelines is KomaSwirls, who'll run shortly. Just like last season, this formidable course starts with the striding steps, but now the steps are in a zigzag route instead of the straight line. Onto the salmon ladder needs to precisely climb these bars, same as last season. The time limit has been reduced by 10 seconds, so competitors will need to move much faster if they want to hit that buzzer. Third obstacle is the gate crasher, and a door is open! There we go. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now Sour has to complete this tough cherry jump. Rivali's Gale is now ready. And he's made it inside. Going on to the new obstacle for the stage, the broken tank. This cylinder rolls down the track, but it's gonna fall into the water at the end. No! Didn't get enough distance to the rope. It's over for Sour, and the new obstacle has already proven to be deadly. Next is our first stage 2 returnee, EmperorEllz, aka the GOAT. He had the fastest time for stage 1, so the time limit shouldn't be an issue, but this stage tests more than just speed. He'll begin on the striding steps, which shouldn't be an issue for him. Last season he breezed through the first 4 obstacles despite some heavy lag, with his run ending at the kart surfer. But there's a new obstacle on the stage which he hasn't faced, already taken out a competitor. Good to see that door on the gate crasher is closed this time. The first 2 gates aren't a problem, but this cherry gate jump is tough. And he makes it look easy. Just over 30 seconds have passed, going right into the broken tank. Elz will need perfect balance. It's looking good so far. But he undershoots the rope. Another competitor to fall here. Can anyone make it past the broken tank? Third to run the course is going to be the karate master, Copey. He may have struggled a bit on stage 1. Let's see how he handles stage 2. Compared to the previous stage, the obstacles on this one are much more precision focused, though competitors still need to move quickly. Ascending the salmon ladder now, he's still battling that hand injury which could impact his performance, but hopefully it doesn't. He's gonna open these gates up beforehand on the gate crasher. It's a slower but more consistent technique. Into the second house now. Kobe's taking his time to line up each of these jumps. Gonna need some pinpoint accuracy for this cherry gate. He slot the gap easily. Having a little bit of trouble getting out of this third house, but that's fine. The upcoming broken tank has been so challenging so far, that cylinder's gonna speed up. Watch the drop! He's barely latched onto that rope! Copey, first to clear the broken tank, onto the kart surfer, probably the hardest obstacle of this stage. These minecart jumps are so far apart, taking his time to line each one up. Time is not a concern, the only concern right now is this third transition. That's the hardest jump down. Just one more. Oh no! Copey messed up the timing. A rough exit for the veteran, one jump away from completing the obstacle. Coming up to the starting line now is Prythium, another rookie who cleared the first stage, doing so with 21 seconds remaining. She's making quite the entrance, hopefully she can exit the course staying dry. Well, we know that Prythium can go fast, but this is her first time on this course, and it's unforgiving towards newcomers. She shouldn't have any trouble on the salmon ladder. Final rung. Now drop down. Not opening the doors in advance could be trying to save time, but the risk pays off for both gates. Gonna have to do that again for the cherry gate. Big leap. Got it. Only Copey has made it through the broken tank, and Prize never tested this obstacle. Come on, grab that rope. She's across. Onto the kart surfer, last season's ninja killer. 5 minecarts, 4 brutal transitions. She's got the first 2 down, but the third and fourth ones are much harder. That's the third one down. One more. And the kart server has been defeated by Prythium, the newcomer. Just 2 obstacles standing between her and another buzzer. No, she rushed it! What? Prythium was lining everything up perfectly on the kart surfer, but on the wingnut alley, she went straight into the transition. She didn't align herself properly, and that caused her to miss the platform. Now we've got another competitor returning to the second stage. KomaSwirls is looking for vengeance. He's cleared stage 1 twice, certainly one of the fastest competitors around, but does he have the precision necessary to conquer this course? Last season, Koma missed the final transition of the kart surfer, pixels away from grabbing onto that last kart and beating the obstacle. Speeds through the salmon ladder, and he drops down, gonna open the doors beforehand on the gate crasher. Plenty of competitors used this method last season and nobody fell, but even with a lack of fails, this cherry gate jump is tough. Ooh, barely opens it in time. What a close call. But this obstacle has been the divider on this stage. Can Koma keep his balance? Keep on rolling. He's done it. The third to clear the broken tank. Now for the obstacle that took him out last time. It's been slightly modified for balancing purposes. Some of these jumps are easier, but others are harder. Final transition. Don't let history repeat itself. He's onto the wingnut alley. This obstacle cannot be underestimated. There's so much distance between these platforms. Every jump must be perfect. He's taking his time, as he should. A minute remaining. His pace has been incredible. Final wingnut. This is it. The furthest jump. He clings on. Koma's made it. He's got so much time to complete the wall flip. The only possible way he can fail now is if he walks off. The final wall. It's coming home. KomaSwirls is advancing to stage 3. I don't think he can believe it either. He's in shock. What a marvelous run. Our final runner of the second stage is Adri, Minecraft Ninja Warrior 1's last man standing. We'll see if he can make a triumphant return and join KomaSwirls on stage 3. The first time he was on the course, he was the only one to make it through Wingnut Alley and by extension, stage 2. The only obstacle on this stage he hasn't completed is the new broken tank, which has been lethal, taking out 2 competitors. Into the gate crasher, once again opening up the doors early. He's done this cherry gate jump before. Let's see if he can recomplete it. And that jump is no problem for Adri, but this will be a challenge he hasn't overcome before. Gonna need to balance perfectly on the broken tank. Come on Adri, stay steady. That's taken care of with ease. This is looking like a repeat of his run last season, and he's completed these last 3 obstacles. The kart surfer has only eliminated a single competitor so far. Oh, he missed the kart! And that means Adri's season is over. A shocking exit for him. After 2 incredibly challenging stages, only KomaSwirls remains. This stage 3 course has been largely unchanged since last season, but its extreme difficulty remains. Let's see if Koma can make a miracle run and advance to stage 4. His run starts on the first of 8 obstacles, the flying bar. He'll have to swing between these 4 descending bars. He's completed that without issues. Now the hang climb. This is the only obstacle of the stage which is being modified. This angled wall is not only wider, but there's less levitation buttons on the wall. Lands safely on the resting bar, heading into slam dunk. Needs to time his transition perfectly here. A little stumble on the second basketball, but Koma's right into the ultimate cliffhanger. In any competition, The cliffhanger is one of the hardest obstacles, and this is no exception. Some of the jumps and transitions of the ultimate cliffhanger require near perfect accuracy, but he's going through smoothly. Final transition, and Koma's the second competitor to beat the ultimate cliffhanger. Halfway now onto the dragon back, 15 end rods within this ender dragon skeleton lie between Koma and the resting bar, but he flies through it. Speed may have helped him there, but for the rod clouds, you need precision and routing. It's easy to take the wrong path in this maze, but Koma looks so comfortable on this course. He's made it look so easy so far, and he'll be the first to properly attempt the dungeon. First he has to climb this wall and slot through the gap. Now he'll have to climb back down and make his way across these pegs. This is the toughest obstacle in all of Minecraft Ninja Warrior, and it's because of this final transition. He has to make a perfect leap around this final wall. He goes for it. No! Pixels off the ladder! And the season ends just like that. Another dungeon fall, but give it up for the last man standing, KomaSwirls.